My mother-in-law booked herself on our honeymoon cruise because she deserves a vacation too. She didn't know I upgraded us and canceled her reservation. My mother-in-law Diane announced at our wedding reception that she'd booked herself on our honeymoon cruise because she needed a vacation after all the stress of planning her son's wedding, even though she didn't plan anything. My husband Brett and I had saved for 2 years for this Alaskan cruise. 10 days, balcony suite, every excursion planned and paid for. We'd shown Diane the brochure months ago when she asked where we were going. Big mistake. I've always wanted to see Alaska, she'd said then. We smiled and changed the subject. During the reception, right after the father-daughter dance, Diane clinked her glass and stood up. I have an announcement, she said. Since Brett and Amy are going on that beautiful Alaskan cruise, and I've been so stressed from all this wedding planning, I've decided to treat myself. I booked a cabin on the same ship. We can all vacation together. The room went silent. Brett's face turned white. I felt my smile freeze on my face. Mom, it's our honeymoon, Brett said quietly. Oh, I know. Don't worry. I got a different deck. You'll hardly know I'm there, except for dinners and the excursions. I booked all the same ones you did so we could experience them together. She'd called the cruise line, pretended to be me, got our entire itinerary. Glacier tours, whale watching, everything. This is inappropriate, I said. Nonsense. Lots of families vacation together. Plus, someone needs to make sure you two actually see the sights instead of just staying in your cabin the whole time. She winked at the crowd. Brett's father tried to intervene. Diane, let the kids have their trip. I am. I'm just taking my own trip at the same time. On the same boat. It's a big ship. The next 2 weeks were a nightmare of Diane texting constantly about her packing, her excitement, her plans for family dinners every night. Brett tried talking to her. She cried about how he was abandoning her, how she'd been so lonely since the divorce 5 years ago, how this was her chance to finally have a vacation. I spent my whole life taking care of you, she told him. Now you begrudge me one little trip? One little trip. On our honeymoon. The night before we left, she called to confirm we were all on the same shuttle to the port. I figured we'd save money sharing, she said. Plus, we can sit together on the plane. We hadn't told her our flight information, but somehow she was on the same flight. Same row, middle seat between us. I switched with a nice man, she explained at the airport. Said I needed to sit with my family. The flight to Seattle was 5 hours of Diane talking nonstop about her last cruise 15 years ago with Brett's father. How romantic it was. How they'd renewed their vows on the ship. How this trip would help her heal from the divorce he caused by leaving her for that younger woman. She's only 45, Diane kept saying. Can you imagine? I'm 58. That's barely 13 years difference. Might as well be a child. Brett's father left because Diane was controlling, demanding, and exhausting. But we couldn't say that at 30,000 feet with her between us. We got to the port and Diane had matching shirts made. Cruising with the newlyweds, with our wedding photo on front. She was wearing hers. Had 2 more in her bag for us. For embarkation photos, she said. Won't that be cute? We refused.